Okay, so round two, part two. I was going to initially do the test out there, but I wanted to have it go around in circles, coiling, so the piping. So to heat up a thermal mass of ground, I was going to insulate it, and just like I did the trench one. The second one I did was a trench one, but I had it waterproofed. I dug a parabolic trench, so down, sloping down across, like a satellite dish. I did a satellite dish basically, an extended, a linear satellite dish, if you think of that. Anyway, so it reflect up. You can have a focal point that you can determine the focal point of a antenna, how far out the little thing is. Like to explain it, I'll try to put a link down below, but you get a little solar powered cigarette lighter where you put a cigarette in it, you hold it up to the sun, and it focals right at where the cigarette end of the cigarette thing is, or a solar cooker. That's one. So anyway, that was my initial plan because I did it before and it worked perfectly. It worked great. It fired up like a rocket, sounded like a jet engine. Flames ran sideways. You could cook on it. You could put fuel in it. Put vertical feed in a vertical, and it would burn for a long time. Why is this? I don't know. So I got bamboo shoots I can put down in this one, and see how long see a little vertical feed. I got the bucket. I got a bucket of fuel here, and the bucket was behind my piping, so I knocked the piping over. I should have kept track of everything I bought to do this, because I don't know, probably spent a couple $300. I mean, I'm figuring I could do a kit, have it shippable, really easy. Here's what you need to do a rocket stove. If you want to do a 2-inch one, a 2 1/4 inch one, a 2.5 inch one, I think 2.75, a 3-inch one, a 2.36 inch one, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, etc. You can do as big as you want, and I can ship all those out really easily. So initially I kind of intended to patent it. I dreamed about wanting to patent it just for the heck of it, and be able to sell it. But the whole patenting process is over my head. It's beyond my pay grade, as Bill likes to say. Yeah, it's over my head. I just don't have the capability to do it. So I'm not going to. What I've believed for many, many years, decades, is open source technology where you give it away free. And actually that is going on right now, where if an inventor comes up with a free energy source, and he puts it on, they put it on a hard drive of where, but they have put it on, and every single person in the entire world that has a computer, they can log into that. It's like dark web type stuff, but this is a safety precaution. So if Stanley Meyer were to have done that, the steam engine, the water for HHO, water for gas engine, if he had done that, he'd probably still be alive, because he could have just said, okay, if something happens to me, poof, it goes out to every single person in the world with a computer, or if every single person that has an email or a tech phone number, we're going to send it out to everybody in the world. So that's the fail-safe. So if you mess with any of these inventors from now on that are logged into that thing, set up with them, they cannot touch them, because if they touch them, it'll go out to everybody in the world. And that's exactly what I read about many decades ago. Science fiction stories as a little kid. I remember reading that. Guy had invented something, and he knew that if the government found out about it and blah, 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 they would kill him. And so he set it up to go out to everybody in the world. And the internet was long since before it was invented, way before that. This was back when I was like maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. It's about 70, I don't know, 64, like 1964, something like that. The internet was not invented yet, but a science fiction writer had foreseen the idea of the ability, I remember very clearly, the ability to put this out to everybody in the world, some digitally, electronically. So it was out there. The idea was out there decades before it happened. Arthur C. Clarke, science fiction writer, proposed satellites equidistant around the Earth. And supposedly when they finally got around to doing it, they did it exactly where he said they should be. Well, chicken all bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, shut up, Jerry. Okay, so space is a fantasy. The only thing they've ever set to space, NASA's ever set to space, is your imagination, my imagination, everybody else's imagination. Anyway, okay, so read between the lines, bitches. Okay, so initially I was going to patent this because I knew if I could make $12 a piece on them, make it. In other words, let's say it cost $150, and I made, cleared $12, and 135 was let's say $15. 135 was cost of materials, labor, and everything, and made $15 per unit. I could sell 1 million of them really fast with the way things are. It's very easy right now to become a millionaire, I believe, because it's just the capabilities out there. So you see that in all kinds of things. All right, so what I'm going to do is do a firing tonight. I want to do it tonight, and I'm going to record it, and I may go on live. I might try to do a live stream too. So I'm going to upload this soon, and it'll be up there in the middle. So I'm figuring about dark 30 around in Missouri will be 7:30, something like that. I'm going to start recording about 7 or so, and try to have my battery loaded up, up to snuff, and then show it, because it's really pretty. When I light the other end, you can see it all the way down to this end, 4 feet away. It looks like it's burning on the fuel end. Reason being is I'm trying to get this across to everybody out there. I hope people are listening to me. Somebody's listening to me. I know there are some people. I've been told that there's an army of people out there listening to me. Well, I don't have any evidence of that, but I believe it. Okay, so. But if you've been listening to me and following me, and you see this, good. Take this to heart. Make it happen in your life. Practice it. Try it. Do it. It's cheap to set it up. I'm going to have it bare bones, stripped down to what's the cheapest. That's why I did it the way I did it here, is because I wanted to do it the cheapest way possible. Smallest, cheapest way possible. So here is about a 15-inch piece of piping. This is the heavier stuff. Get that on eBay, fire hiking, amoxicillin, whatever. But there, you can get 4 of these for about $50. Okay, so that's 6 centimeter, 2.36 inches, 2.36. Now you can make it out of muffler pipe, 2 inch, 2.5 inch, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 3 inch. Then you can go to 4 inch pipe, which is what I got this shrouded in, is 4 inch stainless steel stove pipe. So anyway, that's what I'm working with, and I want to do it the smallest, cheapest. And I figure this is probably cheap. These I can buy these in pieces and parts. 3 here, 4 here, 2 here, 7 here. This is what I had for a vertical feed, but that was a damper, and it was hard to get the bamboo in there because of the. I don't know if you can see that. You should be able to. Yeah, the damper, see, closed, open. Well, it was catching the bamboo, so it was kind of a pain in the keep. So I just got another short piece, same length, and just put it on there instead of that. And that's heavier stuff. The got some stuff from China. I can tell by the weight of it. This is very flimsy. I can squeeze that really easily. And it's even dinged a little bit from hitting something. I'll have to fix it. So anyway, that's cheaper stuff. And the first piece I grabbed, a lot heavier. I can't squeeze it that hard, that easy. I can't just squish it. And this one I can just squish it out around real easy. So 2 different grades. This is fluted on both ends. No, they're compressed on both ends. They all fit. They all are, what do you call it? Yeah. So this one is a little bit narrower on this end, and it's got a ring there to stabilize it too. It makes it stronger. And this is expanded on this end. So they're really good they fit really easily inside each other. So the other ones are kind of, if you get 2 of these, it's got to kind of iffy to get them to fit in there, but I can do that. Somebody's coming over. All right, so that's about it. So I'm going to take the camera down here and show you the setup here. I don't think I turned it around, no. I don't know why I can't do it when it's running. I should be able to. I need a new phone, people. I need a new, better phone, so that's another thing we're going to be doing. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to stop it, and then fly it up again. Okay. This will be part 2, and then I'll do part 3.